Hello, Facebook Live. I am here with Rachel Moore of Really Social. Rachel and I are both, well, she's actually been doing a much better job than me, but we are both highly involved in Snapchat.
Yes.
And Rachel's been doing a lot of Instagram stories.
I wouldn't call it a lot. I've been doing a handful because got to check it out, right? But,
Right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to Rachel today about the differences between Instagram and Snapchat stories, just to kind of get an idea for what those differences are. You know, there's been a lot of, I guess, rumors or, you know, people talking about Instagram and Snapchat and how Snapchat's going to go away now because Instagram basically copied everything on Snapchat stories. And so what are your thoughts, Rach?
Well, first of all, I think the only reason Snapchat would go away, and just give my opinion, is if they keep on doing the geo filters like they did today, where there's an Asian one, which is awful. But
I haven't seen it.
oh, it's awful. Not a good
Have to go
move.
look.
Bad move, Snapchat. But I think that everybody obviously went crazy from the fact that it's called Instagram Stories, and then there's already Snapchat Stories. Oh my God, you know, and just the blatant copycatting, and I think there's validity to that, but rather than look at all the ways that Instagram may and probably did replicate some things that Snapchat has done, there are still some very crucial differences to the two. They are not the same platform. They never will be the same platform unless drastic things happen.
Well, and the other, I mean, you have to think about this too. You have different people that are really all in on Insta,
Yeah.
and then you have other people that just, you know,
Totally.
love Snapchat to death. So
Totally.
you're going to reach different people on each platform. And that's the same on all platforms. It's not just, you know, restricted to Instagram and Snapchat. It's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's whatever.
Exactly. And one thing that I think there are two primary differences between Instagram and Snapchat. So one is Snapchat stories, they are the stories. I mean, anything you share with your story on Snapchat is 24-hour shelf life. That is your one traffic route, if you will, on Snapchat. Granted, you can move into private messages, and that works fine, but even those only last 24 hours unless you save them. Then you look over at Instagram. Instagram will always have your feed, that feed where you're sharing videos and images with the filters and the checking in at you know, locations. That's your feed that's going to be there unless you delete something. But now they've added another traffic point, which is the stories, and that's where you do add something that maybe adds, you know, it lasts 24 hours, and you could point people there saying, hey, that's episodic. You're always going to see my feed, but if you don't want to miss out on this one thing, you should really go check out my story. I think that's a huge difference between Snapchat and Instagram. But the other one is geo filters. And the fact that, I mean, gosh, guys, and again, I made mention of at the top, Snapchat has geo filters. And they're very fun. And those are ways that brands are picking to, you know, get some, you know, geographical space. Like, this is my space. If you're here and you want to add a filter, you swipe, you see my branding filter. Also, if I have a birthday party for my kid, I can do that. Whereas Instagram stories don't have that. They don't have those geo filters. They just have your garden variety photo filters.
What's your guess? Do you think that they'll come out with geo filters?
Totally do.
Yeah,
Totally.
I do too.
They have, when you've got Instagram that has the capability of seeing where you are geographically, they're of course going to roll that out. Hopefully they do a little better job than Snapchat has done as far as making them not, you know, questionable filters, let's say. But I can't see them not doing that, which again will cause huge outcry because, oh my God, you're copying Snapchat. It's like, yeah. And I should have said three things. One other thing that I think Instagram is differentiated from Snapchat with are hashtags. You know, because I know you use those, right?
Yeah.
Where we might use a hashtag to distinguish a chapter or a segment we're doing at Snapchat. That's all it does. There's no other utility to a hashtag on Snapchat, whereas on Instagram, while they're not in stories, you can still search for hashtags on Instagram and get tons of play. And you know, we work with Lauren Gibbs too, and she's great on Instagram. And I know she said never less than 25 hashtags on Instagram posts,
which is insane.
Right.
To me.
Right, but it's so much. There's so much searchability there with a hashtag that Snapchat doesn't have. So I think there are some major differences people need to consider. That it's not so much they're twins now. It's just, they're related. They look like they're related, and they have some things that they have strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
So
I do want to mention, just because I was on Snapchat yesterday and I hadn't noticed this before, but I'm now seeing ads between stories.
Yeah.
So
What did you think about those?
I dislike it.
Really?
I'm not happy with that.
I
don't want to see ads on Snapchat, but I knew it was somewhat inevitable.
Yeah.
So
I frankly, I haven't found them to be too troublesome, but as you probably heard too, NBC is now going to be broadcasting shows or doing shows on Snapchat. Do you not think maybe that we're probably going to see a larger wealth of ads that are going to be driving people to, hey, go check out NBC's Discover story and stuff? I think so too.
Yeah.
So.
And it's once the ads are there, I have a feeling that it might mean that people tune in less.
Yeah. I agree.
Because people don't want to see ads.
Right.
I mean,
right.
They need to, yeah.
Well, and I think it's just inevitable. I have a feeling I kept picturing in my mind all the millennials and teens that once Instagram stories came out, probably a lot of them were like, yes, all the old people are going to go away from Snapchat and go to Instagram and leave us our platform. But you're not going to probably have that platform the same way it was. Once the ads hit, that does change the scope of it, and all of us marketers are going to come in and be advertising. And but I think that does raise the bar for platforms and apps to say, how can we keep engagement authentic, in spite of having advertising, which they have to have if they want to make revenue.
Right.
Right. That's a reality.
It is. It's just part of the necessary evil, I guess.
It is. It's a matter of if the platform can navigate those waters effectively. So we'll see.
Yep. Yeah. So any last comments? Where can people connect with you?
Sure.
Online?
Snapchat, it's Rachel Really Soch, so it's Rachel Really SOC. And then on Instagram, it's...
And she does great stuff on Snapchat.
Thank
so if you're on Snapchat, you really should follow her.
Thank you. It's as life gets busy, summertime, my gosh, that's been crazy. But yeah, I try to share my real life plus just some work stuff, about social media. But I love Snapchat. I'll always love it. But and Instagram, I'm at really.social. That's my combo personal and professional profile. But I really do recommend that you try stories. They've got capabilities on there that Snapchat doesn't. Snapchat has capabilities that Instagram doesn't. But go connect with me and let's talk about it. Let's see what we think. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about the changes that are ahead. So.
Cool.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for talking with me today.
Of course.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Office of Social Media Energy. Sorry, my dog is licking my leg as we're chatting here. So,